As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
What is it that you really like to eat?
Anyone can cook.
He's the one behind these recipes.
We get to really be part of people's lives.
20 minutes for 2 medium rare steaks? This is bullshit. Yes, chef.
I need to hear you.
Yes, chef.
It's your call.
Lady.
Look at me. Wake up.
Good. All right, you guys. Welcome back to Dry Storage Confessionals. Meet Chad Peoples, Opelika native, dad, contractor by day, and one-man bar show by night. How'd he get here? Why does he keep doing it? And what actually goes down when you're the only bartender in a cigar bar with no backup?
Ooh,
Fire question. Fire question. I'm so glad to have you.
Thank you.
I love
Hello,
this
guys.
backdrop. I think this is super dope. And yeah, it's a small little cigar bar in downtown Opelika. If you've never been, definitely stop by. And I can't wait to get into all this with you. So did you grow up in the restaurant world, or did Z&Z just kind of fall into your lap?
Love that you asked that. So Z&Z did just literally fall into my lap. I moved back from Seattle, Washington. I'd always been going to the bars around here, never really went into Z&Z. One of my good friends had a show to play on the back porch. I showed up, met the staff, loved the environment, watched a good show, just kind of kept bebopping in and out, become really good friends with the owner and really good friends with the bar manager and the staff. And one day I'm sitting out on the back patio. One of them walks up and is like, "Hey, man, do you want a job?" And I was like, "Sure. Well, let's see where this goes."
Just got back in town. Why not?
Yep. Been here 3 years now, 2.5, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
And first bartending job for a paycheck I've done.
Wow.
I used to bartend weddings a long time ago, but that's easy, quick day money.
Right.
But never really did it for a paycheck. Never really had to deal with the buying, selling, dealing with customers. Because at a wedding, people come up, they order their drinks, you hand it to them, they go away.
Yeah.
And it's that simple. But this is the first time actually having to deal with the public and the retail side of things. So.
And creating regulars and repeat clientele
Making
and all
a
that
good
kind of thing.
pour, yep.
Yeah, and now it's paying the bills.
Yes. I understand now. I used to be on the fence as well. Being a contractor, I would go into a lot of bars and just kind of see bartenders, make friends with them, but not understand why they were bartending. But now that I've done it and I see how much revenue it creates, that's the reason I haven't left.
Okay.
I'll hold down 2 or 3 other jobs, and everybody's
Right.
like, "Well, why don't you quit bartending?" And like, I can't. It pays so well in such a short amount of time that it's lucrative.
And I like that money.
Yes.
Well, that definitely answers a couple of my follow-up questions after that. You definitely had a prior service industry job, but it was with the weddings. Was there any other?
Never restaurant, never did food work,
Okay.
never really did a lot of, I guess I feel bad because I skipped the line because I talked to a lot of people that are in the industry. They started from hostess, server,
Right.
they went into bartending. I never did either of those.
And now you kind of have like your own place.
Yeah, kind of dealing with, again, I feel like I skipped the line a little bit.
Well,
but
there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I
mean,
also feel
whatever,
like I handle it pretty well, though. So
True. Whatever it takes to get to the finish line, I guess.
that is also true.
So, yeah, at any point you said, "I'm going to bartend for a little extra cash," and now here we are.
Right?
Who taught you to bartend? Self-taught, or was it just like trial by fire?
It's a lot of all three, but yes, I had one main mentor. So again, weddings, cracking open beers, pouring shots. That's about it. No cocktails, no mixed drinks, nothing extra, no flair bartending, nothing like that.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, nothing. It was, like I said, it was literally cracking beers, pouring shots. Then I got here, and I had a mentor, Charles Tatum. So one of the best in Opelika, hands
Absolutely.
down. He taught me so much that I'll probably never be able to unforget. Sorry, that was a double negative. I'll never be able to forget the things that he has taught me. It's just instilled. And then I also love to do research. I mean, I am a carpenter by trade. I like to build things. I like to learn. So, I mean, when I'm sitting there scrolling, like when people do their doom scroll, mine's probably different than most people. It's like cooking recipes, cocktail recipes, carpentry things. It's like stuff that I like. So
Yeah.
I watch a lot of drink recipes and stuff being made. I try to learn. about where the alcohols are from, what's the story behind them, how to use them, new recipes, old recipes, all that kind of stuff.
I feel like that's definitely something that Chuck instilled in you.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Just the depth of it.
Yeah, not just sitting there waiting for your bartender or your bar manager to bring you a new menu to learn. And then you only know the corporate cocktails that come through your industry. No,
or not even know what's in it.
Yeah, exactly. I want to understand why this is going in this drink.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that's what makes this place special, too. It's just very niche and, like, y'all care.
I agree.
Y'all know y'all shit.
It's a staple for our style of music and our style of drinks. That's just what it is.
What does a typical night actually look like for you behind the bar here?
Well, that question is a little loaded, so it depends on the day. Tuesdays through Thursdays is our weekly days. We do specials. We do tequila specials, whiskey specials. We do tastings, wine tastings, whiskey tastings, tequila tastings during the week. One, because as a cigar lounge and bar, we probably don't generate as much revenue or business as these bigger businesses do with, food, lunch, dinner. We don't have all that to bring people in. So we try to do these events to bring people in. Whether people show up, it's almost hit or miss. I've made a couple $100 on a Tuesday and made a couple dollars on a Saturday and vice versa. Made a couple dollars during the week and then a couple $100 on the weekend. It just really depends on, if I'm being 100% honest, it depends on the weather here in Opelika. If the weather's nice outside, it's probably going to be busy. If it's dark and gloomy, probably not so much. Nobody wants a cigar and a scotch when it's pouring down rain outside. I mean, some people do, but most of those people are at home.
I mean, I might. It feels cozy. Like, I want to get out and do that kind of stuff when it rains, but that's just me. I feel like at the pub, it would get busy when it rains. Oh, yeah. Because that's just cozy vibes as well. So.
Well, again, you can come in, sit down, and eat and get warm and full. Yeah. Versus here, you have nothing to...
I will say, though, even, the pub, like, our highest profit margin is going to be alcohol. And that's usually what's going to scrape us in the most. So some would argue that maybe this is a smarter, set up because you X out all that other shit.
I would agree with that on a couple different levels. So I love not dealing with food. One, our server score is going to be higher than most people's around. One, we don't have a kitchen to get dirty. We don't have dishes. I mean, we have dishes, but we hand wash our dishes. We polish them. We make sure they're clean. So we don't have to trust the big roller belt for our dishes and stuff like that. So it's easier to get a higher food rating. Not having to deal with food. You don't have to deal with... One thing I've learned about this bartending at this bar and going to other bars, most customers that complain are going to complain about their food. They don't often complain about their drinks. Yes. I've been here for 3 years, and in the total of 3 years, I think I've had one single customer complain about their drink. I added a little more simple syrup, and they were happy.
Easy fix. That's the type of shit you put on a resume.
Right. I don't think if we had food here, we would have as good of a rapport.
You'd be able to say the same.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, and when you say we, it's often just you on that day, though. I mean, it's different. One, singular, different people per night, but it's so, when you come in, I guess when I ask what's a night look like to you, you're coming in and you're doing it all.
Oh, yeah. So we open. We empty our cigar trays in the mornings when we open because at night we don't want to throw a cigar that doesn't look lit but could be lit in the trash can.
Right.
So our opening looks like we come in, we empty the ashtrays front and back, getting rid of all that, wiping them down, cleaning it out, stocking our ice well. Our beer should be stocked the night before because we don't have a beer well. We have a cooler. That way it cools off. Cutting lemons, cutting limes, oranges, cherries, stuff like that. And then just waiting for the customers to roll it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're okay.
So when the customers start rolling in here, it's usually when the sun goes down. And if I'm a bartender by myself, I have been slammed multiple times. One good thing about this bar is when it gets slammed, people understand.
Right.
When you get drinks that I guess kind of qualify like ours, They're willing to wait because I'm behind the bar making these drinks and I'm sitting there looking at these people like it would be so much faster if you just walked next door, grabbed a drink and come back because it's Opelika, you can do that. But I understand why they don't.
Why they're wanting to wait.
Right. I've stood in line for a good drink myself.
I was going to say, I feel like that's a common misconception
of
wanting to have efficiency, but also people are willing to wait when they know that there's...
They are.
And it helps just noting that it is a small room, literally a singular room and one person.
And we have one bartender. So I've come in here on an off night just to enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But my natural just wanting to help kicked in. So I started not necessarily, we don't have tables to bust, but going through, picking up empty beer bottles, throwing them away, picking up dishes, bringing them up there. And our bartender at the time looked at me and said, hey, I need you to stop busting my tables. I need you to stop doing this because this is going to make me have to work faster and harder because there's going to be just more for them to wait in line for. If they understand there's a wait, they will be more patient.
It's going to be, and there's a pace too.
Yes. I didn't understand that at first. That's a very industry thing too. People,
sure is.
People will be patient if you give them a reason to be.
Right. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
What's the moment that you realized on one of those slam nights that you said, oh, nobody's coming for help? Like when you weren't here hanging out wanting to get up and help somebody.
Oh, we had the Christmas parade in Opelika.
Ooh.
And it was coming right through here on the main street. I'm the only bartender. I'm the only person in the building. And our door is wide open. And we have a line. We have one bathroom. There's no gender. It is just a single use. When that door's closed, whoever's in there uses it. And there's a line out the door for the bathroom. And there's a line from the bar all the way wrapped around here back to the glass. And I'm just sitting here working my ass off. I look up and I had this window open so I could see the parade. And I see my bar manager staring at me laughing.
God.
That's how I knew there was no help coming. But that was my make it or break it moment. He was sitting there like, if he can handle this, he can do this.
For sure.
If he can't and he drowns, we're going to find out tonight.
Yeah. See, I feel like that's just such a niche experience. That's hilarious to really be like, it's just me in here swimming with the damn sharks.
That's it. That was it.
What is the hardest part of flying solo, do you think?
If I'm being honest, it's not that hard. If you just, like I said, if you just put your head down and do the work,
one thing at a time.
That's it. Just one thing at a time.
That's what I always say.
If I'm being honest, the hardest part about being solo is when it's time to close, getting everyone out. Yeah. Because as one person, I have to walk around here and I want to be kind of quiet. Because there's multiple conversations. Or if you're at a bigger bar, they go over the PA and they yell, last call, time to get out.
Yeah.
Cut
the lights on.
Right. If you don't live here, go home. We have live music. We've got different conversations. So I walk around and just tell people, hey, we're doing last call. Letting you know we got 15 minutes.
We'll meet you up there. Yeah.
And then I do it to everybody, every table. And 90% of the time, they either forget, they don't care, or they don't listen. I've had to cut the lights off. Now, inside, I'm usually good at clearing out. It's so small in here.
It's that damn patio.
The patio is bigger than it is in here. And when people are out there and the lights are still on, they're just having a good time. Their tabs are paid. Their drinks are in to-go cups. They're just sitting there talking.
And that's how you know to hook it up. Once it gets time, like you just go on and put that last drink in a plastic. That way you can lock the door if you have to.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, we do last call 15 minutes before closing. And I was never told this rule. This is just what I do. 30 minutes before closing, no tabs, period.
Yeah.
If we close at 11 and it's 10:30.
That's smart.
Yeah, if it's 10:30, I will let you order drinks, pay for them. If you can drink them fast enough to get another one before 10:45, I'll give you one more. You can pay for it and go.
Yeah, single transactions.
Right. But if people are trying to slam 4 drinks in 30 minutes, this isn't the bar for them to do that at anyway. So try to keep that factor out of there also.
If you had to name one part that makes you feel just like a badass, what would it be?
Well, we're going to go back to the person who trained me how to do things. When I feel like a badass, it's when I make a drink and he sees it and he compliments it. He's like, okay, he did that. Yeah. It's just like, okay, I know how good he is. If he's complimenting me doing that, I'm good.
Yeah.
But When I say that because palates are different for everybody. I can stand behind that bar and make just about anybody a drink. 90% of the people who don't know what they drink, so we'll go to male and female, not necessarily, but closely, because I've had a lot of female or women come in. They order whiskey, good whiskey. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're drinking. But a lot of the wives come in. They want wine. We'll give them wine, but most of them don't want cocktails, and we don't have a drink menu yet because it's season change or we're just like in between. A lot of them will say, surprise me, make something, just come up with something. I've yet to have one of those drinks come back, mainly because I pay attention. I ask them what they like, what spirit they like most of all.
Right.
Because if you don't like rum and I make you a rum drink, you're probably not going to like
Starting
it.
off on the bad foot.
Yes. So I'll ask them what kind of spirit they like, and then I'll ask what kind of fruits and what kind of bases and stuff they like. And they'll give me they'll answer a couple questions. I'll make something, hand it to them, and it's usually spot on. That also kind of makes me feel like a badass. It's one, I pay attention to what they want. I make them what they want. They enjoy it.
And then they like it.
Yes.
I agree with that. I can definitely resonate with that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's hit up some highs, lows, and wild moments.
Okay.
You in?
Sure.
What's the craziest guest story you've ever had to handle alone?
Alone by myself? I would probably have to say the married thing that happened the other day.
Let's talk about that.
So that's the craziest one I had to deal with alone because I was alone for both days in a row.
Damn.
So I was here the first night all by myself. Oh, so the story gets so much more in depth than that short little video.
Part 2.
So I'm in here by myself. We are dead. We're dead. I'm wondering when people are going to come in. And then out of nowhere, it usually always happens about 2 hours to an hour before close, 5, 6, 7 people want to come in.
Yeah.
Well, this couple comes in, the girl and a guy, and they have their friend, which is a girl. They come in, you can tell they're already drunk from somewhere else. This is just where they wanted to go, which I have no idea why. None of them smoke cigars. The girl comes in, she buys an entire bottle of wine, the girl that's by herself. The guy and the girl come up to the counter. I'm making him an old-fashioned, which our well is kind of bougie. It's the Jim Beam Black 7-year. So
It's not a bad well.
That's not a bad well, and it's not bad for an old-fashioned.
Right.
So I'm making that for him, and he looks at her and says, you can get whatever she wants. So she looks up. We have 142 bottles of whiskey. She looks up and orders a Whistle Pig that is $26 a pour.
God.
Yes. And he doesn't know the price, doesn't bat an eye. They grab their drinks, they go outside. And I'm doing my rounds, picking up glasses, cleaning up. And I could have swore I overheard somebody, I don't know if it was them, but somebody said she's married and he's married. And that right there let me know that they weren't married to each other because it should have been they're married, not she's married and he's married.
And he's married.
Exactly. So I already had that thought in my head, and I'm like, okay, holy crap.
You got something a brewing over here.
Right? She comes in, and she's like, do y'all make trashy shots? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, if I wanted to get 3 Vegas bombs right now, can you make them? And I'm like, well, we usually don't do stuff like that, but we can do stuff like that. Sure. I asked her how she wanted them because some people want to drop the shot glass in it. Some people just want it made as a drink.
Right.
And she was like, I don't care how you do it, just make them. I was like, okay. Well, the whole time she's calling me baby and stuff. And I'm like, that's a little weird. I get Southern Charm. I say, yes, ma'am. No, sir. Yes, sir. All this stuff. I don't call my bartenders baby or hey, babe, hey, boo, whatever. No matter if they're a man, a female, or anything.
I can't picture it.
Yeah, no. So she does that. That was a little awkward. And I was like, okay, maybe she's just drunk. This is just how she's acting. I make the drinks. They go outside. They take them. Immediately, she comes back in. Is like, I need another Whistle Pig. And I'm like, holy shit. She paid for the shots with her card.
Oh.
With her card. She ordered that $26 Whistle Pig again and put it on his tab. So I was like, okay, I see the dynamic now. Let's just pay attention to this. Well, they get through the night. They're to the point now where they've had 3 drinks apiece. Our old fashions are 2 ounces, and they took those shots. and I just did last call, or right about to do last call. I was like, I can't serve him anymore anyway, so I don't have to be rude and cut him off. Just going to do last call, not give him any more.
Yeah.
So he comes in, closes the tab out. They go outside. I do the 15-minute call, last call. I said, hey, we're closing, blah, blah, blah. They say they're good. Well, I locked the door. It got so late. She stumbles back in. She's beating on the door. Yanking on the handle. Comes back in, and I was like, hey, do you need to use the bathroom? She's like, no, I need to close my tab. I was like, well, he already closed his tab. And she was fumbling through her purse. And she says, oh, well, here you go. She hands me two $20 bills. I was like, oh, well, okay, thank you. And then they go back outside. The lights are still on. I haven't cut the lights off on them yet. I walk back by, and I don't know how she doesn't notice. We have 6 cameras in here alone and 4 out back. I walk by the back patio. This girl, I did not know people actually go to bars with T-shirts and boots on. Or it wasn't a T-shirt. It was a long sleeve like sweater. One of the lower ones that go down low.
Okay.
She only had that shirt and boots on.
Okay.
I know this because I walk by and she is almost naked on the back patio. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, fuck. Cut the lights off on the back patio.
Oh my God.
And I heard somebody say, oh, I guess that's time for us to go. I was like, well, first of all,
that's,
it should have been time for you to go a long time before all of this happened.
That's everybody's cue, right?
I also hate that I just said all of that. Well, because then the husband comes in the next day, and I'm standing here. So this goes more into detail about what happened. I'm standing in here. I'm scrolling through Hulu trying to find a football game. And I don't expect him to be who he is. He comes in the door. I see him. He looks like a golfer. Like, I mean, very tall. He's like 6'4", really clean. He comes in. He walks over. I'm sitting there scrolling through. He says, hey, man, I got a question for you. I'm like, well, what's going on? I can help you out with anything you need. He says, can I see your security footage? And instantly in my head.
You just had that feeling.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah.
I was like, I seen what happened last night. I knew this was about to happen. And I felt so bad for this guy. And he just kept asking me over and over and over. He stood there for a second. He said, well, can you call your owner, see if he can get access to it? So I did. I was nice enough. I was like, man, I'm going to go ahead and do this for you. Because if it was me, if the shoe was on the other foot, I'd ask for help. I would just want to. I'd push it as far as I could until I hit a brick wall. So I called Zamil. Zamil was like, hey, he's driving down the road. He's like, hey, I can't get access to this right now. I'm driving down the interstate. I just physically can't do it right now. And I'm not going to have time to do it. So I told him that. He was understanding. He scrolled through his phone. He was like, well, I got this picture. He scrolls through. He's like, was this them here last night on my patio? I seen it. And I was like, yeah. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but yes, that was taken last night on my patio. I'm not going to say this is her or him, but yes, that picture was taken last night on my back patio. I seen them. And I just seen the look on his face. He kind of just stared up at the ceiling for a minute. And you could just kind of see him holding back the... he was sad. Yeah, he was sad. I was like, damn, that's the wildest thing to happen to me solo.
I've had a lot
of crazy stuff happen, just not solo.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's a different beast when you have to navigate it by yourself because, like, you didn't, And I'm very non-confront. So I've luckily never had any confrontation happen. I've never had to kick anybody out. Never had anybody get loud with me or try to fight me or anything like that. Never had that situation by myself. I guess that's kind of what I was wondering, but I'm glad it hasn't been the case because, I mean, that is a huge risk,
especially being by yourself. Luckily, we don't cater to young, drunk. I mean, we kind of, most people that come in here have a certain vibe about themselves. And if it is super busy, like, I mean, I know everywhere is a fire code, but if there's more than 20 or 30 people in here, we usually have an extra person. Yeah. Just for instances
hanging out on the balcony or whatever.
Yeah, maybe not on clocked the patio. In. Yeah, exactly. Not clocked in, but just hanging around close by.
Has a customer ever tried to tip you in cigars instead of cash?
No, but I think that would be hilarious.
I do too.
I have had a sales rep do it though.
Really?
For the cigar companies, like for the vendors for cigars. They'll come in, they'll drink, and the thing is when they come in, they're wearing their nice suits, they've got their bag full of cigars, they're talking to the customers, they're flexing, and they're ordering top shelf drinks when they get ready to pay, they don't tip, and they're like, "Hey, here's 2 free cigars."
Wow. So they're tipping in cigars.
Exactly.
That's kind of wrong. I don't know. Well, you might enjoy it.
It depends. 90% of the time. I'm sorry. 90% of the time, a vendor gives you a cigar. It's not going to be a good one.
They nasty.
It's the ones they have in their bag that they give away for free. It's like when your liquor vendors come around and they hand you a flavored cat head shot. And you're just like
some hot ass shooter that they pulled out of their briefcase.
Just whatever they can't get rid of.
I know.
Yes.
That's hilarious. All right, you guys. Well, cigar's officially open, so bear with us. This is the raw, real deal. So,
we're open.
Yeah, let's do this. All right, moving on into dad life. How do you balance?
Oh, I guess I've been lucky. To begin with, the balance was really hard. Me and the mother of my children weren't stable yet. We were on and off, arguing a lot, just kind of trying to find our place when I just moved back from Seattle.
Right.
And then we have my oldest son and my youngest son. I have custody of my oldest son. She has custody, or we share custody of the youngest son. Mm-hmm. We're back together now. But in the beginning, we were just trying to, move past all of our old differences.
Yeah.
So timing was the hardest part.
Right. Right person,
Right.
hard times.
Yes. So I worked a lot. I mean, I've always tried to work like at least 6 days a week. Mm-hmm. I really try to work 7 days a week because things are not cheap out here. And I enjoy my lifestyle. But enjoying my lifestyle and working takes away a lot of time with the kids. So I got to find a lot of balance. Started working here only on the weekends after about a year in. Mm-hmm. And I took on a part-time construction foreman job for another building company.
On top of your side contracting?
I wasn't even working for myself yet at the time. No, so I was just part-time employed as a foreman for another builder, and I worked here on the weekends. So I still got 2 to 2.5 days off. Mm-hmm. That way I could be with my kids. And then I left that company and kind of moved into my own, started working for myself. And it started taking more time from me until I could balance out our schedule and my jobs better. When everybody starts something new, most people, you could tell them everything in the world about how to do everything. They're not going to understand it until they actually get in there and do it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's called hands-on experience for a reason.
Yeah, and it's just got to fall into place kind of on its own.
Now things are great. I'm 3 years in. Mm-hmm. I'm running my construction company and bartending, and I get at least 2 full days every night to cook dinner.
That's awesome.
I wake up, cook breakfast, take my kids to school. Mm-hmm. So I might not be there during the middle of the day, but my kids aren't either, and I feel like as the provider of the house, that's when I should be at work anyway.
I agree, yeah. So. I just spoke on that today, so this will come out next week. But today I dropped like a solo episode, and I spoke on that a lot, just how it was for me being raised as a kid in the industry, and like how that everything that you just spoke on, literally how that looked like for me. So
as a child of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. I can only imagine, how to balance and all
I can only imagine what my son sees.
Yeah.
He knows I'm not there when he gets home from school, but I'm there like when he gets done with his homework, cleaning his room and stuff. I'm there just in time to cook. He gets to eat and stuff, and then I guess he goes to bed. He has a bedtime.
Yeah.
And then we
break
go
down
from there.
For the night.
Yep.
Absolutely. Have you ever caught yourself using parenting tactics on grown adults? Timeouts, counting to 3, like in the bar?
Not as a bartender. As a patron.
Some may say that drunk adults are sober toddlers.
I will agree with that. So as a patron and a bartender, I feel, don't quote me on this, I know it sounds bad, but I feel like I drink more than most people. I've just been in it a lot longer. I know how to carry myself. I know how to act in public. Mm-hmm. Whereas a lot of people who only go out on the weekends, they only drink and go out every so often, they tend to act outward.
Yes.
So I have used parenting tactics on other drunk adults while I have been drunk with them.
With them.
Like, hey, calm down, take a breath, count to 5, name 3 things that make you happy.
Right. Going down the list. That's hilarious. Okay, so moving on to some more personal life, let's go into contracting a little bit. What's more stressful, renovating a bathroom or closing your bar alone on a Saturday night?
Oh, wow. So, again, I'll go back to the solo bartending. Bartending is fairly easy as long as you yes, you can have a physical one, but a mental checklist in mind. So when you get ready to close, like I said, so I'll do no tabs after 30 minutes to close, no alcohol, 15 minutes to close.
Right.
And in that last 15 minutes, if I have somebody working with me, we'll do the trash and the stocking at the same time, get everything cleaned up and wrapped up. If there is a system in place, closing is not that hard. It's getting the people out that's the hardest part. Now, closing a bathroom is terrible. Starting the job is easy. You rip everything out. You and the homeowner have a game plan. You get in there, you do the framing, set the tubs, do the walls, trim, painting. Closing it is when you're about to have to ask this person for the rest of your money, and they're going to go through that bathroom and nitpick every single little thing they don't like. And then you're either going to have to explain why it is the way it is, why you couldn't do it the way they wanted it done, or how you're going to fix it to where they're happy. It is so much more stressful closing a bathroom than closing a bar.
Period. So you're going to pick the nitpicking over the rallying.
Well, dealing with a private homeowner is so difficult.
Yeah.
Now, as a builder, if I'm working for a builder and we're not renovating a bathroom, we are literally
From scratch.
just doing a bathroom.
Absolutely.
He'll go in and be like, well, look, this is what you had to deal with. This is what you had.
blue tape walk through.
Yes, it's so easy. But a private homeowner, and I don't blame them, because if I'm paying for something, I want it perfect too.
For sure.
As long as you're a qualified enough contractor to, again, explain why it can't be the way, because there's just some things homeowners want that cannot physically be done. Like, yes, you could do it their way. It's not going to be structurally sound, or it's really going to look bad. In their head, they think it's going to look good.
It's not functional.
No. So there's some things on that nature, but so like in the restaurant industry, the customer's always right. That does not fly in the construction world.
Chad, this is what this podcast is for, to kind of combat that whole mindset. We're trying to drop that phrase as a whole.
In my experience, the customer is they're never actually right. Like, what they want might be valid and might be doable, but they're usually
always wrong.
Yes.
For sure.
Oh, I can't tell you how many people try to tell me how to make the drinks that they're asking for.
I love that. Why aren't you at your home bar?
Yeah. Or would you like to come back here and make it for me?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we'll trade places real quick.
Yes. Well, not only that, if you got to think in the bartending aspects, most drinks have 4 different names for what they are. They'll come in and ask for some crazy name, and they're like, hey, can you do this? My first reaction is, give me a second, I'll check. Hit Google, see what's in it.
Yeah.
See. Most cocktails are 4 ingredients.
Majority, I agree.
Hard cocktails, probably 9, maybe 10 steps.
Right.
None of them are so difficult that you have to have 10 years of experience to do one part. As long as you can follow instructions, most cocktails are simple.
And I think, like, again, kind of breaking walls and stuff, like, it shouldn't be taboo or looked down upon if you pull your phone out and be like, yeah, let me pull that recipe up for you really quick.
Especially in a bar with no menu. Like what we usually do have a menu, but our menus are catered to our alcohols, our bar.
But that doesn't mean I can't mix up what you're asking for. Let me just figure out what you want.
Yeah, if you come in and ask for a drink off the menu, I mean, would you rather me wing it, or would you rather me make it right?
That used to intimidate the hell out of me. You know, you get your your little index cards. We used to pass around this deck of index cards learning your drinks and stuff, like the most common ones.
Oh, yeah.
And at the end of the day, I just kind of gave that up and was like, look, if someone wants to come out of pocket with some 90s fucking drink that hasn't been drank since Chili's
Right?
was first opened,
Oh,
then
yeah.
I can just pull up a quick Google search and we'll
Yes,
be
and
good.
make it that much easier. Well, believe it or not, I do it all the time. I talked about earlier, I do like to do my research. I like to look up drinks. Tonight, I'm going to make a drink called the Paper Plane. It was from the 50s, I
Little
believe.
sneak
50s.
peek.
So, yep. So I'm going to make one. We have everything we need to make it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make it. It's just a classic, one of those misforgotten cocktails.
I have like
But-
a vintage bar book. I'll have to bring it up for
Oh, yeah.
y'all to like
Well,
check
'cause see,
out because
that's
it's
what
a bunch
I
of
like.
old drinks.
That goes back to the research.
Yeah.
If you want to be a decent bartender, do your research. Do your research. Because a lot of these new drinks derive off of older drinks, and it's just fun to understand why.
Yeah,
How the human palate has changed over the years.
Very
and why
true.
why we use these ingredients instead of these to
Nobody
make the
uses
same
this
drink.
liquor anymore.
Right. All the
Yeah.
different aspects. Oh, yeah.
How often do you finish pouring a drink and realize you've been talking about drywall for the past 15 minutes?
Quite a bit in the cigar bar.
A lot of dudes. That's true.
Yes. Not as often as you would think being a contractor. I would say probably 15% of the time, give or take. Out of the whole 100%, at least 15, because some people are genuinely interested. Most other people, they come in here, they ask, a lot of people want to talk to the bartender. They ask my story, and as soon as I tell them that I only bartend part-time, they don't believe anything I say after that. If I tell them I've been building houses for 15 years, I've been doing construction since I was a kid, they're just like, no.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
The stigma.
There is a big stigma.
Yeah.
And which is crazy is...
Like, I can choose to do this.
Yes.
Because...
Well, I've dated quite a few bartenders. I know a lot of bartenders in Lee County. At least 50% of them have second jobs. Not all of them are just strictly bartenders. And the ones that are strictly bartenders have done it so long, they make enough money just bartending. That's why they continue to do it.
Yeah.
Either that or they're new to the industry and they just haven't picked up a second job yet. So it kind of
And it will come, yeah.
Oh, yes. I've been wearing, when I worked for the other company, I've been wearing my foreman hat and had a woman come in that swore she knew the owner of the construction company I was working for. And she was like, "You do not work for them." And I'm like, "I'm literally wearing the hat right now. Two of the guys that work for me are in my bar right now out back on the patio having drinks."
That is such odd behavior.
She's just yelling at me. She's like, "You're just a bartender. There's no way you're a foreman of a construction company."
That's so fucking weird, dude.
And perspective.
So do you think that being a contractor / foreman makes you more immune to the chaos and like the nitpicking and stuff?
I'm used to it.
Yeah,
I'm
for
so
sure.
used to it. Now, where I don't do good in confrontation, because as a foreman and construction worker, the guys that work for me and the guys that I've worked with, we've always been able to communicate well. Yes, we have had arguments. Oh, sorry again.
You're getting a little bubbly over there.
A little bit. That's too much Sprite. Or ginger ale. So in construction, I've done it for 15 years versus bartending for 2.5. I've been in maybe 3 or 4 altercations in 15 years in construction. So not very much, not very often. Because again, I like to talk. I mean, I want to understand why you're pissed off. And if I'm the reason, let's talk about it. If not, and if you just randomly have an attitude, want to be mad, you can go. I'm not going to spend my time. I'm not hot-headed, so I'm not going to yell and argue with you. I'm one of those type of bosses. I'm not about to have a screaming match with you. It is either let's figure it out or let's walk away.
Or you can walk off this job site.
Yes. So I think about it the same with my bar and my patrons. Like people who have been angry in here, I've told them to leave or let my manager handle it this one time, and it had nothing to do with me. He yelled at somebody else and got an attitude. I'm non-confrontational, and customers are harder to deal with. But as far as employees go, I guess I haven't been in necessarily a managerial role in bartending yet. But I feel like me and my coworker work really good together. She asks me for something, I do it. I ask her for something, she does it. It's never a why. It's never a, oh, you do it this time. It's more like we work so good together that when I ask for something, she just says, okay.
That
like,
mutual respect.
Yes.
Yeah, no tit for tat business.
Yes, and it works so well that way.
Back to the contracting thing, one of the questions that I kind of asked myself on my solo episode was like, when did you realize that the service industry was just very vastly different than, you know, a typical career, I guess? And like, it really came into play when I did have other jobs outside, and we did have Sloan, and like Math and started contracting, and it was like the vibes are good, and when there's a disagreement, like there isn't the screaming at each other and just that harshness, I feel like, you know. And so it's an interesting difference, like when you realize, okay, it's not the norm to be slinging plates and slinging drinks or getting drunk and like yelling with your coworkers. That doesn't happen on the job site or in any typical, you know, business setting. So
not most of them. It definitely happens more in the industry than anything. But alcohol is a huge factor.
Yeah.
We don't drink on job sites. A lot of companies do. And I will not sit here and say that I have never done it. I'm not going to sit here and say I've never went and had a beer for lunch or had a drink out in my truck because I was stressed out. Yes, I have. But predominantly, most people don't want to. They don't want to drink because of how stressful the job is. The people that do drink on the job in construction usually don't have super labor-intensive jobs.
yeah.
And I hate to just throw people under the bus like that. But I know a lot of people in the construction field. 90% of my painters drink. And if you're a painter and you don't drink, I don't think I'm going to hire you. But
That's another thing I said last night too, was like, no manager, any business owner obviously is going to condone it, but like, look at me and hit me in the DMs for real if you've ever been in a restaurant where like that does not take place.
No,
like, let's be fucking for
If
real.
my bartender doesn't take a shot or two behind the bar, I don't know if I want them to be my bartender. Everybody loosens up a little bit. And I hate to say this because yes, the owners are gonna frown upon it. And I tell a lot of the guys that work for me, hey, if you do it, do not be fucked up. Do not let me know.
Right.
Do not let me be able to tell. And then don't brag about it.
I think that's
Like-
kind of the spoken rule.
Right. Because it creates room for error.
It does.
If you are intoxicated, there is room for error no matter what.
And there's room for blame as well. So you're gonna take that, you know, that risk.
If
of
you're
course.
going to take that risk, keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I think that we really peeled some layers back on who you are and like your history and stuff. I think that was really good. So let's move into some fun and then we'll wrap this bitch up.
Sounds good.
All right. What's harder? Let's see. Cutting stone countertop versus cutting someone off.
Cutting someone off is harder. Oh man, the stone countertop doesn't ask why it's being cut.
Yeah.
It just sits there. If you cut somebody off, they're like, "What did I do wrong?" And it goes so. Cutting someone off goes through so many stages.
It does.
It goes through the
does.
bartender stage of, okay, they're at this point where I actually have to cut them off. And then it goes to the first confrontal stage where they walk up, they order a drink, and you have to politely be like, hey man, I can't serve you anymore right now.
Or like the friend that's like, he's
or
gotta
yes,
stop.
the friend that looks at you and is like, don't do it.
Yeah.
So usually what we've done, like, the first time that we want them to be cut off and they come up in order, just give them water. Give them water.
Yeah, I bet 99% of you out there have been served water.
If they don't take that hint and they chug it and try to come back, that's when you're just like, hey man, you can't order, or I'm sorry, I can't serve you anymore.
Yeah.
And then the questions come. Why can't you serve me anymore?
What did I do?
That is the biggest one. What did I do? And it's so hard to explain to somebody, you didn't do anything. It is just unsafe for you to drink anymore, and it is legally irresponsible for me to continue
Yeah,
to
I'm legally bound. Let's call it a
Yes.
preventative measure.
Yes, it is hard for me to keep serving you. But they don't take that for an answer most of the time.
No.
They're just like, hey, look, I'm good. I promise you I'm good.
Yeah, they start trying to straighten up.
Yes. they'll like straighten their back. I'm good. I promise
Go
you
to
I'm good.
the bathroom, splash some water in
Yes.
their face, come back like, hey, bro, I'm good.
Can I have one more? Like, yes, I see this, but in 5 minutes you're gonna be asleep or puking on the patio.
On my patio. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Toddlers versus drunk adults.
Oh, I'll take toddlers all day. So I'm good with kids, though. I am so good. So I have 2 sons, 2 nephews, another niece and nephew. I've got a lot of, and then 2 more nephews and another niece. So I've got a broad family. I'm so good with kids.
We'll take that.
I've got the Uncle Chad voice. I guess that comes from contracting and being a dad. It's like when they're acting up, it's like, hey.
Cut it out. Yeah.
And like, I don't have to get physical. I don't have to yell. I just make that one statement. And they're just like, oh.
Kids don't ever want to be told by another adult, especially like someone that's fun, a fun figure like that, a good news figure.
See, and that's the thing. I'm the fun uncle. I'm the fun uncle. We can wrestle. We'll go play video games.
So they
we'll
know
lie
if
to your
you
parents
say
if we have to.
something.
Exactly.
It's not good.
Oh, dealing with drunk people is so hard because most drunk people do not listen to anyone but themselves. They want to
you got to convince themselves of whatever you want them to do.
They want to be the center of the conversation so bad that they don't even care what they say. It's like I will be in the middle of a conversation. Drunk guy walks up and he just jumps in and has nothing to say about the topic, gets off on his own little tangent, and then when we try to break off, he doesn't stop talking, and you're just sitting there like, well, I'm going to walk away now because there's no dealing with this. There's nothing I can do about this unless you want to take it to being angry, and I don't let other people make me angry.
No, let's not.
No.
It ain't worth it.
It's really not.
Customer who doesn't know what they want versus a customer who thinks they know everything. What's more annoying?
I will take a customer who doesn't know what they want all day.
Yeah, same.
Customer who doesn't know what they want, again, I can ask them a few simple questions.
And you can figure it out.
Yes, we can get down to we can come to a compromise. Versus customer who thinks they know everything, especially in a high-end cocktail bar situation. They will tell me what whiskeys are good. And again, it is all just preference. What you like, I probably hate, most likely. Because I know my palate. I know mine.
I'm drinking shit.
And I don't think you even know yours yet. I think you feeling like you know is more important to you than actually knowing what you like. So they'll 90% of the time they name off Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare. Do you have any of these? This is what I want, and I want a cocktail with them. And I'm like, first of all.
Wow, that's interesting.
I was like, first of all, you want an old fashioned with those 3, with one of those 3, you don't like those bourbons. If you like to spend that amount of money and not taste them, you don't like them. You like the bitters and the simple syrup and the orange zest that's put in it. That's what you like.
Agreed.
I've had a customer come in and swear to, because we have a New Zealand bottle of vodka. And it is one of our go-tos. It is a really amazing vodka.
Ooh.
I've had a customer come in, ask for Tito's, say they did not want potato vodka. And now don't quote me because I'm not sure, but I am close to 90% sure Tito's is a potato vodka. And I tried to say that. She's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I promise you it's not. And I tried to offer our vodka that I didn't even know what it was. I just said, hey, look, all I know is this is a very pure New Zealand vodka. She's like, oh, no. I've drank that. That's made in the United States, right? Like 2 states over. And instead of getting mad and arguing with this woman and just saying, it literally says it right here.
Yeah.
I poured her Tito's in her glass and said, here's your Tito's without potatoes and your tonic water. And there you go.
Move on.
That's it. I mean, I know most vodka is potato.
Yeah.
You've got rice wine, potato vodka. I think there's one other, like I'm not sure. Let's see.
Let's do a quick Google search.
Oh, no. Okay.
She was right.
Well, yeah, she was right.
She was right.
Okay, so I was wrong on that one. So Tito's.
It's gluten-free?
Specialized vodka made from yellow corn. It is. Okay, I was wrong on that one, and I will admit it.
Or wait, gluten is from
I think gluten is from potato.
red. Or yeah.
Red, yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is a vodka brand by the 5th generation founded by Tito's Beverage in 1997 in Austin, Texas. Vodka made from yellow corn rather than potatoes or wheat. Right on the money.
Damn.
She got me.
She did get you, dude.
Hey.
You win some, you lose some. Fuck.
That is very true.
All right.
I apologize to this lady.
Yeah,
I do.
all apologies. to that woman.
In all fairness, I don't drink vodka at all,
Yeah,
ever.
me either.
I'm sorry for my lack of knowledge, and I will do my best to do better research next time.
All right, let's move into a little bit of bartender math. I'm going to read a different one. Guy orders a $12 drink. They tip $1. Stays for 3 hours. Emotional damage score.
Emotional damage score, I would give them about a 3.5. The damage isn't going to be there as much. One, because as most bartenders, you should have a little bit of tough skin.
And expect it.
Oh,
yeah.
But I guess how much emotion I put into the next interaction is probably going to be like a 0 out of 10.
And that's where it shows up.
Yeah, you tip me $1, I will let you get away with that one. You come back for your next drink, order another $12 drink. Most people who do that want to order 2 or 3.
Yeah, and you're going to see a difference.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, now I'm not going to ask you your preference. I'm just going to give you the exact same thing you had before. And no smile, no nothing, just here you go.
Yeah, you're going to see a difference in me.
I'm going to do the bare minimum of my job, yes.
All right, a customer says they're not picky, but they give you a 7-minute drink order. What's their difficulty score?
Oh, customer says they're not picky, ask for a 7-minute drink order. Like 7 minutes to make the drink?
Yeah,
so our espresso being our espresso martini, we grind our beans to make them all fresh. Every espresso martini we make takes at least 10 minutes, give or take. They say they're not picky, orders espresso martini. I don't hate them at first. I do not hate the initial person because they probably did come in knowing exactly what they wanted. I hate the 7 people after them that hear how good it sounds and orders the exact same thing. Yeah. Whether it be an espresso martini, a lemon drop martini, green tea shots, any of it. They hear this and they're like, oh, I want one too.
White Russian.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes,
that
there
sounds
you
so
go.
good.
Me too. And then for the next 5 people in line, you have to make this same 7-minute drink. That's what gets me.
Yeah.
First person gets a pass because they're the first person to do it.
Right.
I
and
respect
you genuinely want it.
Right.
Everybody else.
They just, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. All right. Someone asks, can you make something sweet, but also dry, but also spicy, but also no sugar? What are you doing with that?
I'm putting vodka and hot sauce in a martini glass with some olive brine.
Okay.
I mean, they will have a spicy.
It is dry.
Yes,
and spicy.
They will have a spicy
No
vodka-tini. Yes. Spicy vodka-tini. Dirty. That's what they will have.
Yeah, and the only thing we're missing there is it's not sugar. There's no sugar, but it's not sweet. So they can just fuck off with that last one.
No sugar, not sweet. I think you get both of them.
Man, you are pretty good at hitting some shit on the fly with like a drink request.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's not that I've been doing it because there's bartenders that are probably watching this that have been out there that have been doing it a lot longer than me. I think it comes from a lot. One, the person who trained me, very extensive.
Yeah, no, you skipped some steps.
Yeah,
you got real lucky.
Yeah, it's not dive bar training either. Like, it is like cocktail training. Yes.
With the man.
Yes. And then a lot of that also comes in with research. And then 3, just being a patron.
Yeah.
Ooh. Being a patron in the bar. I know what 90% of this shit tastes like. Right. I've been drunk enough at college parties where the only thing left was triple sec, and we were taking shots of triple sec.
And you were figuring out how to make it work.
Oh no, we were just taking straight shots of triple sec. It was so bad. It was
damn.
You're talking about the worst hangover ever. It was bad.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, action on the confession cam. Confess something you've done behind the bar that no one would ever guess or you really don't want to tell.
Let's see. When somebody asks for... Well... So I guess when somebody comes and asks for a certain drink, they know what's in it, and I don't have all of the ingredients, but I know what it looks like. So I throw something together that looks very similar to what the drink is supposed to look like, but it has none of the right ingredients.
You're going on looks, not taste.
Exactly. They never question it, though. As long as... Tequila Sunrise is the most common one. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I won't have pineapple juice. Sometimes I won't have orange juice. Sometimes I won't have grenadine. Sometimes all I will have is tequila, and I just have to make it work.
What are you putting in there?
One of the couple ingredients I have. I usually always have either pineapple or orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
Usually either have one of the two. If I don't have grenadine, I guarantee you I have some bourbon cherries in my well.
Okay.
So I know
That's a first.
I have something that is going to make it look right.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that. I don't think I want to try that if you're out of any of the ingredients.
Oh, yeah,
I
no.
won't be ordering none of that from you.
Well, and it's usually only when we're busy.
Yeah.
Only when we're busy.
All right. Confess a customer sin that you will never forgive.
Oh, this is an easy one, but it goes back to something we talked about earlier. Being in a cigar bar, we have mostly male customers.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them come in bragging. No, I'm going to take that word back. Not most. Most of our customers keep to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them come in and brag about cheating on their wives.
Brag.
And I hate that. I
Wow.
honestly do. Yes, I'm going to be your confidant. I'm not going to rat you out unless I have to.
Yeah.
Coming to earlier. But I still don't know if I can like it or respect it.
Mm-hmm.
One, I will never do it. So
Mm-hmm.
why would I respect it? But it's becoming so normal to me now after hearing it so often.
Really?
And how many people talk about it. It's just almost like I'm just so used to hearing it that I don't voice my opinion anymore.
I don't think I would have ever guessed that.
It's kind of terrible.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, I agree. I got in, so what cut me off is one of our regulars came in and he would bring a different girl in all the time and he'd brag about it. And eventually I was like, hey, look, just so you know, I'm not cool with this.
Yeah,
And
because
then
at some point they clearly think that, like, oh yeah, like in their head, they're like, I got this spot.
Yeah, I got this spot to bring all my side chicks to.
I got this bartender. He don't give a fuck. And on the end, you're like, this shit's weird as hell.
Well, I confronted him about it and he got mad at me. He didn't come in for a couple months, and when he left, didn't tip nothing. It was just kind of just blatantly like, oh, you said you don't like what I'm doing. I'm going to quit.
You were feeling the punishment for, yeah.
Which, I mean, as one person leaving, not bad. But then had a lot of the other regulars was like, hey, I don't think you should have confronted him the way you did. And I agree with that. I might have brought it to him in a different way.
What did you do?
I was behind the bar. They were talking about it, and I just openly said, hey, that shit's not cool.
Yeah.
I don't like hearing about it. I'm behind the bar. Y'all are in there having conversations, whatnot. Y'all are involving me in your conversations, talking about it. I'm not okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want you to know my standpoint.
Don't get it twisted. Yeah.
Like, I just want you to know that this is where I stand on that.
Well, good for you. I'm proud of that. That makes me happy because, yeah, that's...
It happens
weird.
way more than... And not only that, coming to find out, it's a lot of wives, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a generational thing because I will say most of these people have me by 10 to 15 years. They're in their late 40s, early 50s. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I haven't made it there yet.
Right.
I don't talk to a lot of people, minus professionalism in that age. So I'm sure they're not going to confess their secrets to me.
Alrighty. Fuck, marry, kill, bar edition.
All right, let's go.
Regulars, tourists, or cigar snobs?
All right, so this is an easy one for me.
Okay.
So easy. So we're going to kill the cigar snobs.
Oh.
We're taking them out. I would rather a whiskey snob than a cigar snob.
Yeah.
All day. One, because whiskey is something I very wellly know.
Uh-huh.
Cigars I don't so much. But cigars get so much more pretentious than whiskey. I guess whiskey's so broad that a lot of people, they have a little bit of leniency, give or take. If you mistakenly don't know one thing about one cigar to a cigar snob, they're like, oh, you don't know anything.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So I would kill the cigar snob. I mean, we're probably going to... So it was regular,
Tourists, and cigar snob.
cigars. Probably going to...
You fucking your regulars?
Probably, no, I can't. I don't shit where I eat.
That's an HR problem.
Yes, can't fuck the regulars. marry the regulars because they're cool. They're always going to be there. Whether we fight or not, they might leave, we'll come back. And we can fuck the tourists.
'Cause
They
they
can
gonna
come
leave.
and go. Exactly. Exactly. We'll keep it that way. I like
All right,
that
one more. Vodka sodas, old fashions, espresso martinis.
That I enjoy or hate.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, fuck, marry, kill. Espresso martinis, old fashions, and what?
Vodka sodas.
All right, so I'm fucking the vodka sodas. Because that is usually the person that I'm never going to see again. I'm marrying the old fashioned.
Yeah.
Because they know what they like. And then I'm killing off the espresso martinis.
Because, like, that bitch is dead.
Yeah, well, she likes to be awake and drunk at the same time. A little too
and
crazy.
that's too much.
Too much. And it takes fucking forever to make. If you
Right.
make them the right way.
Agreed.
I like that one.
Good. I thought those were funny, too. Alrighty. Has anyone ever recognized that you're doing this totally alone and treated you with kindness?
All the time. I do respect the ambiance of this bar for that reason.
Good.
A lot of people will come in, like I said earlier, about the line out the door and the patience when people
Right.
can actually see it
And they
understand
know.
it. They know. And they take care of your bar. A lot of people, I don't know if it's a town thing, but a lot of people around here take care of their bartenders. And I love that.
It's true. And I keep saying, like, the visual aspect of it. Like, there's this super small cigar bar right here. And then right next door, it's the pub. And it is a monstrosity of a restaurant, you guys. I mean, I'm telling you. Like, the upstairs alone is the span of, like, some restaurants as a whole.
The upstairs alone is probably close to 600-700 square feet.
And then we have
Easy.
downstairs and then the side dining room and street side and patio and 2 bars. And it's a lot. And a lot of people will walk in and they see that we're a big space and they see the empty chairs. But that might not mean that we have the staff for it.
Oh, yeah.
That might not mean that we have the width and the capacity in the kitchen for it because we do have such a big space. There could be 45 people sitting over here in this dining room.
You still got 2 bartenders behind the bar, 4
And a
people in
whole-
the kitchen, and like 4 or 5 servers.
Yeah, but also a whole empty dining room on the
yeah.
right, and they
Yep.
don't see that, and they're like, why are you, this just happened in the past, why are you on a wait? There's a whole empty dining room, and it's like, well,
We don't have the staff.
we're
to-
cooking for 45, but this restaurant's so big you can't see them, and we don't have this, we don't have the staff for that, so.
And a lot of people don't understand that you're trying to give each customer the time they
Yes.
deserve.
Just because we have the space for it.
You could seat all of those people. Guess
But you're
what?
not
Then
gonna enjoy
You're
yourself.
going to end up with a 45-minute food wait, like some of
Right.
these bigger restaurants.
Exactly. And so I do think just in the same way you eat with your eyes before you taste it, you kind of do that visually. And so a lot more patience
Yes.
and understanding comes in, and like it's just so quick to assume in a big restaurant like that. So it's really interesting.
It really is. It really is.
What's something you wish people actually understood about bartenders?
I really wish people would understand how hard it is to be a bartender. Yes, I got to skip a few steps. And even our bartender in training here, she is going to be able to skip a few steps as well. But it's still not easy. Even
Yeah.
with skipping those steps, it's not easy. And for people who had to start at
Well,
the
it's
bottom,
harder too because you don't have the time to do the easy practice and stuff.
right, I don't get to learn the names of things before learning how to make them. It's just all kind of thrown together all at once.
And then suddenly you're here by yourself.
Oh, yeah. Well,
like we talked about.
9 hours, 36 hours a week
Yeah.
with no manager, no bar back, no staff, no nothing. You're just raw
Right.
dogging it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish people would understand how much stress a bartender also carries.
Yeah.
Because I've gone upstairs to the pub. I've been to other dive bars. I've traveled this entire country.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to dives in California, Washington, Michigan, everywhere. I've been to dives on every coast this United States has. And a lot of people really just don't appreciate how hard their bartenders actually have to work. They think, oh, they're sitting in the air conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
They're standing in one spot. They're not doing intensive labor. They're not lifting 20, 30, 40 pounds over their head.
They're getting to socialize.
Yeah, they're getting to socialize and drink with their friends is what most people think. And that is very rarely what it is.
Yeah.
That might be like 10% of our job, and that might be what a lot of your bartender friends hold themselves to. Like, that's the light of their night.
And it's it's the highlight reel.
Yes.
Right.
Don't believe that is just their entire living. That's just what they talk to you about because that was the one time they were happy during their shift. Not
not
the
other way
87
around.
drunk people that come up here yelling and
That's just
screaming.
what they're trying to hold on to.
Exactly. Just those little moments, fleeting moments. I wish people would understand the stress, not necessarily the difficulty, because it's not hard. But then again, a lot of things in life aren't hard if you just follow directions. But stress comes in different levels. Bartending is very stressful. It's very on the fly. You can't be a shut-in. You have to socialize. You have to be a people person. You've got to be quick on the fly. You've got to be witty. You have to be able to you have to be a salesman also inside of that. You have to be able to sell something to somebody that they might not want because you don't have what they want. You have to improvise on the fly.
But you still want them to order something from you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You still want to make money. And if we're being brutally honest, the service industry is what, $2.75 an hour? Like
you're working for that shit.
You have to work for anything above that. Like it's not easy. It's not
guaranteed.
No, it's not guaranteed. Whereas there are some places that pay more than that, but that is just the average amongst the United States. So 90% of your bartenders are working for their money. They are trying. They're actually doing something. And if they're not, they're probably not going to last very long.
Very true. And they're not going to see the turnout from it for sure. Yeah.
They're not going to see the benefits at all.
Yeah. So are you a person that thinks that the conversational aspect of it is part of your job title or job description or no?
Oh, it 100% is. It is.
Okay.
As long as you can balance it. I have worked with bartenders who think it is all of their personality or all of their bar lifestyle, and all they want to do is talk to people. But then that pisses off your actual patrons they just want their drinks. Yes, you're fun. Yes, you're cool, but they want their drinks and they want their ambiance. They don't necessarily want the conversation with you. Then you have some customers that come in. They don't give a shit about the atmosphere. They don't care where they're at. They're coming in because they have no one else to talk to. And they'd
probably follow you anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They just want somebody to talk to. So I think it is a good balance. But it is a lot of it. Like you have to be able to communicate and talk with people.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I mean, that's just a big debate. I feel like it's a predominant back and forth within the industry.
I feel like you should have a good balance.
Yeah, I do too. Because I don't think that it's necessary, but I also think that you have to have the skill set for it.
Yes. It is not, I will agree with that. It is not a necessity. It is not going to get you through, but it will help you sometimes make more tips.
Sure will.
Yes.
Yep.
So again, I think balance is the key on that.
Yeah.
Yes. Learn when to, learn when not to. Because you can spend 30 minutes having a conversation with somebody and then them tip you $1. And then you're sitting there having to beat yourself
Shooting
up.
yourself in the
Exactly. Well, find your good balance and just work it all out together.
Yeah. If your bar guests knew one thing that would make your night easier, what would it be?
Well, if my bar guests knew one thing to make my life easier, it would simply be, please bring your glasses back to me.
Yeah.
Because again, we've talked about it as a single bartender in this. So we don't do table service here, whereas a lot of bigger bars that have waitresses, servers,
cocktail waitresses,
you've got bar
assistants.
backs, you've got the people, bar or tabletop, they clean the tables and stuff. We have none of that here.
Well, and you're not picking glasses off of trees. Like, you got to go retrieve them to be able to pour them.
Well, not only that, if everyone holds their glasses to the point where I run out and I have to collect all of them, then guess what? They have to be hand washed and dried before I can use them again. So it is a big cycle. I've had like 3 customers sit here. They'll have 3 drinks apiece. That is 9 glasses. They will not bring back a single glass. And then they will get up and leave. Don't get me wrong. They're more than welcome to do that.
Right.
I will go pick them up after they leave. Well, again, we do not offer table service. So this whole snapping your fingers.
No.
Like, hey, bring me this over here.
How often does that happen?
Every single day. Every day. And it's only by the people that know you. And
so you feel awkward?
If I'm cool with them, I don't mind. But there are some people that will come in run up a $200 tab, not tip a single dime.
I'm not walking a foot
And
towards you.
just because they know your name, they will sit over here all the way from the opposite side of the building and say, hey, Chad, bring me this.
The snapping is
Yes,
crazy.
it's like, I know. My usual go-to is I'll get to it when I can. If not, you can come get it.
Absolutely. If you want it quicker, come to me.
If you want it quicker, you can come up here, and then I'll go twiddle. I'll go spend 5 minutes rearranging ice cube sizes in the well.
Yeah. I'll find something to do. There's always
Exactly.
something to do.
Yes, yes.
All right, Chad. Let's wrap this up really quick. If
All right.
you could give one piece of advice to someone stepping behind the bar for the first shift, what would it be?
Do not be intimidated. A lot of bartenders for their first time are scared because a lot of bartenders have no idea what they're doing when they get behind the bar for the first time. They're expecting training from their managers. Most of your managers aren't going to train you.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, they're not going to physically train you how to do your job. They're going to train you how to stock. They're going to train you how to clean. They're going to train you how to manage the bar where the overall manager doesn't yell at you. But at the end of the day, don't be nervous because, again, like we talked about earlier, if you're embarrassed about picking your phone up to do a quick Google search to make their drink right versus just making something wrong, then probably shouldn't be there to begin with.
Yeah.
Do not be afraid. Take it one step at a time. That's all
You can
I can
only
say.
do one thing at a time.
And
That's
one
good.
of the second best bartenders in town once came up to me when I first started, and I told her I was a little bit nervous. She said, hey, if you know what you're doing, I had to learn what I was doing first. Don't just think you know what you're doing off the bat. She said, if you know what you're doing, after that, 90% of bartending is improvising. If you if you know what you're doing, after that,
Absolutely.
you can do it yourself. So
For
keep
sure.
that in mind. Practice makes perfect. Eventually, you'll get there.
Yeah, I like that. What keeps coming you back? What the fuck? And what keeps you coming back?
Honestly, I love being a people person.
Yeah.
I love the communication. I
Me
love
too.
talking. I can't get enough of it. And the money's not bad. It's really
Right.
not. It's not. I mean, at the end of the day, when they say, oh, you get paid to socialize and have fun, it's not always that. Again, it's only like 10% of that. But that 10%, that little bit of just having fun behind the bar and just talking to people, that little bit of lightheartedness that some people don't get at home.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't get in their friendships with their friends and stuff like that. It's just always drama outside of work. Some people thrive on that. And that's kind of what keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
I don't have to carry this home.
Mm-hmm.
I get to have fun in the moment. Yes, some of it is stressful, but those light times I love and I enjoy and I cherish.
Yeah.
And again, I don't have to take that home with me.
You can leave it at the door.
I can leave it right here. I can walk out the door smiling and just say, damn, that was kind of fun. I learned some new things.
Fun.
Well, you get to talk to so many people and you get to learn so many things. You get to learn so many things about so many people, so many different aspects of life. It's a roller coaster and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It really
Very well
is.
said. I love
yeah.
that. Well, if you have any lasting comments, words, let's hear it.
Cheers. That's about it.
Yeah. I love it, Chad. Well, thank you for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
I had a great time. I hope you all did too. And until next time, y'all know the drill. Keep your pans clean. Keep your confessions ready. Keep your drinks strong.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for clocking out with us, you guys.
Bye, guys. I love that. Oh, go for it.
So, is there anything else I can get you folks this evening?